Hi everyone, welcome to Shakti Success Show. And in this special show, we have a special guest today with us, Dr. Aashwini, and who is a Reiki Grandmaster, life transformation coach, spiritual teacher, and a Swadharma coach. Welcome, Dr. Aashwini, and I am your heart and soul coach. I welcome with full heart in this episode of Shakti Success Show. And we also have with us Smiling Sunny, Mr. Sunny Nagpal, who is brain design expert and NLP expert. Welcome, Sunny ji, into the show. Uh, and welcome, Dr. Ashwini. And welcome to our Facebook family and LinkedIn family. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in today. And so, Dr. Ashwini, I'll come to you first. So, you are a healer, Reiki Grandmaster, and you have been into the corporate as well. You have your past experience as into the investment banker journey as well. So, I want to ask you that what made you to come up into the healing space and impact in this area?
Okay, thank you so much, Geetika, and thank you so much, Sunny ji, for this wonderful opportunity. I'm feeling very happy to be a part of this live with you all and to reach out to so many people. So, yes, as you said, I was an investment banker and now I am into this healing journey for the last almost 10 years. To answer your question, what made me shift into this? I think I'm always been an old soul right from my birth. I have always been the informal counselor to a lot of my friends. I remember when I was younger, when I was in college, most of my friends would come up to me and share about, what's going on in their life and, all of that. So there came a point in time. So even in my corporate journey, I was a mentor to so many people, and many times my senior bosses would also say, Ashwini, I want you to just talk to the, someone junior who's probably going through something. I want you to just talk to them because if you talk to them, they will feel better. And I was like, okay, I think I have that special thing in me. I was always drawn to this field. I was always drawn to the esoteric field, to life transformation. And somewhere there was a calling deep inside me, which even I was not aware of because just like every person, I did my academics, I completed my MBA. My whole aim was to get into a good company, have a very good job, high paying job and career and all of that. But somewhere while being on that journey, I realized that there were so many questions which I was asking to myself. For example, what is my purpose in this world? Why do I feel everything so deeply, so intensely? When I used to have work pressure, why would I always feel that, what is the whole purpose of this? And that made me deep dive my journey into the spiritual field. My first instance of wanting to get relief from these questions was when I met my Reiki master, I met my Reiki master teacher, and I joined the Reiki training to first heal myself because I used to have very long working hours. At times, I would skip my lunch or have my lunch at 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, come home very late, no time to spend with family, no time for myself, no time for things I like to do. And I used to feel यही है क्या life में कि बस आप काम करो और you don't get time for anything else. And there would be a voice inside me which would say, Ashwini, अभी मेहनत करोगे आगे future अच्छा है. But I was like, I'm losing out on these years. There is so much stress. My health is getting affected. What do I do? And it was almost like a guidance which said, okay, learn something like Reiki. I learned Reiki. I was not even aware of what Reiki is, apart from the fact that I knew a few family members, a few of my uncles and aunts who were Reiki practitioners, but I just knew it as a pain relief mechanism. मुझे इतना ही पता था कि you take Reiki when you feel pain, सर दुख रहा है, पैर दुख रहे हैं, and you feel better. That was it. And I was, of course, very intrigued by what it would be. But my next logical step was to learn Reiki for myself, to heal myself. That's it. Maybe to get a few more promotions and feel better and perform more better at work. But as I started learning, I just wanted to learn level one, and that was going to be the end of it. But then I was like, no, I want to learn level two because I want to go deeper in this. The master training happened in another, year's time. And I started seeing the changes the way I was at work. My performance at work just started changing. So initially, I started getting better opportunities at work, better projects. My company also sent me abroad for a work opportunity there. And it was seeming as if everything is, just opening up. Opportunities are opening up. But वो एक point आ जाता है, उसके बाद I felt that there is more deeper into this, and I started pursuing more studies in this field. After which I started learning angelic healing, past life therapy, akashic healing, neuro-linguistic programming, access consciousness. All of the things started coming to me, and unknowingly, people started asking me that, Ashwini, can you do a healing for me? Even tarot card reading, angel card reading, that came to me, and I started doing these healings, and these I started giving these services to my friends and family just for fun. I was loving it. There came a point in time in life where I started realizing that the passion I have for this subject is way more. Two things. Ek to, there was so much passion for the esoteric sciences and for life transformation and for impacting lives that I started focusing all my time on that. I remember after my whole day at work, coming home and meditating for starting with 40 minutes, going up to sometimes 1.5 hours. This practice transformed me from within, and I started realizing that somewhere I'm getting drawn to this more than my regular job. Meanwhile, things at work started getting not so good. In spite of being in that company doing so well, a lot of politics took over, a lot of changes happened. And I was like, this is not what I want from my life. I don't want to spend my life thinking and, always being in such a toxic environment. And from this office where I worked for 8 years from this industry, and I really spent 8 beautiful years there. I have no regrets about that, because that too taught me a lot. I made some friends for a lifetime, and it did teach me. But there was a time when the things at work were very beautiful. From that, it went to being very toxic. And I felt that this is not what I want to do in my life. I was left with two options: to change a job and to go and take some other job, for which also I was trying. I gave a couple of interviews, I got shortlisted. But यूनिवर्स का आपके लिए एक प्लान रहता है. वो जो ऊपर बैठे हैं ना, उनका आपके लिए एक प्लान रहता है. And none of those things worked out, in spite of clearing those interviews, in spite of even hearing from the CEO that, Ashwini, you've cleared all the rounds of interview, and we want to onboard you, we want to welcome you as a part of the company, the new companies जहाँ पे मैं I was going to join. The things did not work out, all for different reasons. Eventually, I started doing this professionally. I just started with two students in a Reiki class. I started teaching Reiki. Two, three students in an angelic healing class. That was how I started. And from there, this was where my life pushed me into. Slowly, I realized this is my purpose, and I ventured into it full time. लेकिन हम सोचते हैं ना that how will this support you as a career, which actually started happening quite magically. मतलब ये मैंने सोचा भी नहीं था that this will turn into a full-fledged career. This I was doing this because I loved this, and the universe started sending me people. Eventually, I started hosting workshops, started doing more and more trainings. I started getting into this field and getting more education. More modalities showed up. As more modalities showed up, I felt that I started healing more from inside. And eventually in 2016, I stepped full-fledged into this world and started my company, which is Unicorns Insights. And here we are, 9 years down the line in 2025, where I'm enjoying every bit of it and loving it.
Yes, yes, Dr. Ashwini, your journey is truly inspirational, and it is also very full of faith and resilience. That's what I can feel is. And so you are also Swadharma mentor. So what does
Yes.
the word Swadharma means to you? And when you say Swadharma mentor, can you elaborate on this? What does it
Yes.
means? Yes.
Yes. Sure. So, Geetika, the word Swadharma is the origin is in Sanskrit, and the word Swadharma appeared in the Bhagavad Gita. Okay, so I'll give you a bit of a background. When I was very young, when I was in school, my mother and my maternal grandfather, they both had taught me Bhagavad Gita. Okay, and as a child, I participated in Bhagavad Gita competitions. I remember both my parents taking me for these Bhagavad Gita competitions. People asking my father that, for such a young kid, how did you teach her Bhagavad Gita? And there was two things about learning Bhagavad Gita. I used to practice Bhagavad Gita for the competitions in school, and my grandfather and my mother and of course my dad, they used to explain me the meanings, because at that age I was not very it was too much for me to understand the Sanskrit language. But I remember my mother actually sitting with me and breaking the words to learn Bhagavad Gita, and then my father and my grandfather explaining me the meaning. So that was the time when I first heard of the word Swadharma in the second chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Sankhya Yoga, where Lord Shri Krishna talks about doing your own work. It's Swadharma. Now, Swadharma is not just doing your own work, is what I learned then. But now I know that each one of us are born on this earth with a purpose. Before we are born, we sit with our all spiritual guides and our, all the divine team. And we are told that you are taking this birth on earth for a particular reason. Okay, and there is a reason for everyone, and that's the reason there is enough for everyone, because we need every kind of person. We need coaches like us, we need coaches, we need doctors to work in the medical field, we need policemen to protect the country, we need those amazing people on the border who are defending our country, we need science people to do the scientific research, we need teachers. So all of us are needed on the earth. Before we were born, we were given this work, that this is your purpose. So Ashwini Chube आपको नाम दिया जाएगा. आपका purpose रहेगा to go on earth and empower people with this ancient sciences, was what my spiritual purpose is. We also call it life purpose. The Japanese have a very beautiful term called ikigai, which means the reason why you are born. So this, it's a combination of what you are good at, what the people need, what you love doing, and what you get paid for. Swadharma is the Sanskrit word for your reason for existence. It is something you do, and it's a service based approach. What I realized in when, if I do this work as a profession to earn money, clients will not come to me. But when I do it to serve people, and the money becomes just a additional thing, it becomes cherry on the cake, life becomes beautiful. Swadharma is the reason for your existence. What service are you providing to the world, which is a combination of the skills you have, the kind of person, the kind of personality you have, and what you love doing about. That is your reason for existence. Answering your second question, why did I become what is being a Swadharma coach, right? I realized in the last 8, 9 years of my practice that no matter what people come to me for, whether it is coaching, whether it is healing, whether it is, card readings and divinations, eventually when people work with me in a coach-coachy relationship for a long time, our discussion eventually goes to what is my purpose in life. And people ask me, ये मैं कर रही हूँ या ये मैं कर रहा हूँ. Most of my clients are women though. This is what I'm doing, but Ashwini, I feel that there is something more I want to do in life. That is what people ask me. And then they say, Ashwini, this is your journey too, right? You were a banker. You did something else and you came in here. And which made me realize that I'm only following my life's purpose. And when I started following my life's purpose, everything slowly started falling in place, because I love doing what I do. I enjoy doing that work. I always say there is a beautiful quote which says that the master in the art of living does not know the difference between work and play, labor and leisure, because all the time they're existing in that energy of doing what you love. Today I pick up a book. It's a spiritual book. I love reading about spirituality. I love reading about life transformation. I love reading about all these sciences which have made us who we are. And the beautiful part of it is we all need it. And when we start inculcating these sciences in our day-to-day life, we heal from inside out and we create that impact in the world, right? And in spirituality, we say this Anahata Chakra, or our heart center. Okay, it's like a beautiful lotus which blooms. And when you align to your life's purpose, when you align truly to who you are, that Anahata Chakra or that lotus opens up like a beautiful flower. And the fragrance is so beautiful that it extends everywhere. And whoever need your services, those people just arrive. Because Geetika and Sunny ji, I have I have not put myself out in the world as much as the people have connected to me. They've just connected to me and they said, Ashwini, I think, you are my coach. And I hear about all the ways in which you can reach out. And we are very blessed. I'm so grateful to social media. We have Instagram and YouTube and Facebook because 30 years ago, people used to put their ads in newspapers when they started new businesses. But I'm very grateful to the social media that we can reach out to more people. But it has been so magical that, when I started doing this work, people were drawn to me like magnet. And I'm so grateful to all those clients because they were the ones who encouraged me in my initial years, because of which today I stay on this path. And every day I get up and say, okay, whose life can I impact today? What impact can I create in this world with my whatever little bit I'm doing? Like we all are doing our small little bit. But I just ask every day, who are the people who need my work? And just universe send them to me, and that's it. And they just come to me. Swadharma is all about tapping that power within you and each one of you. All the people who are watching. And I'm sure, Saniji, Geetika, you all are living your Swadharma too. You're doing this beautiful work of, reaching out to so many people. Swadharma is your reason for existence. As a Swadharma coach, I work with women, specifically with women. I will tell you why that too. I work with women to help them understand what is their soul purpose, to align to it, and to connect to that. And the more of my inclination is towards those women who would like to work with the esoteric sciences, with spirituality, with life transformation. The reason I work with women is because somewhere I share my personal journey with them. Because, as we grow in life, and I'm not just saying in terms of age, but as we grow spiritually in life, we are always drawn to why we are here. And I told you at the start of this talk, right? I used to always ask this question, why am I born? I used to ask my father as a child too, Dad, what's my reason for living? And my family has been very spiritual too, because my father and my grandparents, everyone always welcomed these questions as a child. So I think for each one of us, as we grow spiritually, we always want to align to who we truly are. And as a Swadharma coach, I help women just align to who they are and live a life of joy.
Yes, Dr. Ashwini. And I feel curiosity is one such wonderful gift that,
Absolutely.
that can help you in your spiritual growth. And you are
Yes.
such a light. And I'll now pass on to Saniji for more interesting questions.
Wow. Thank you, Dr. Ashwini, for your spiritual vibes. So I'm going to play one word answers with you.
Sure.
Love in one word,
Life. Because we
fear
are here
in
for
one
love.
word, one
Sorry?
word answers. Fear in one word,
Showing us the path to deeper love.
one word.
Distractor implant.
Failure in one word,
Overcome.
success in one word,
Joy.
happiness in one word,
Family.
coaching in one word,
Love.
healing in one word,
Life.
Reiki in one word,
Kindness.
Dr. Ashwini in one word.
Joy.
Yes, you are joy and truly, truly, truly blessed to talk with you. And my grand finale, one word question is Swadharma in one word.
Reason for living. I know it is three words, but Swadharma is
Kuch
reason
nahi
for
hota.
living.
Yeah. So let's have a parting shot with Gitika and you, and
Yes.
let's share one line for our dear audience.
Yes. So, Dr. Ashwini, thank you for being on our show. And one last takeaway that I want to have from you is that you have that natural inner glow as well. So, what would you like to advise all those women who are watching you, all those people who are watching you, that how they can take a step to be aligned with themselves?
Sure. The first step to being aligned with yourself is knowing who truly who you are.
Yes.
Because जब आपको वो clarity मिलती है who you truly are, then you can be who you truly are. So I always say, first know who you truly are. And the next thing is you have to focus on who you want to be and eliminate everything that is not necessary. That's the, choose, eliminate, focus. I always use these three words. So
Yes.
choose who you truly are, eliminate everything that is unnecessary, and focus and focus on being better every day, being better than who you are yesterday.
Yes.
And that is something you can do to that could be the most easiest way to put Swadharma, because although it sounds like a very fancy word, just choose who you are, eliminate everything that is not necessary, and focus on just getting better.
Yes. Choose, eliminate, and progress day by day. Thank you
Yes.
so much, Dr. Ashwini, and
Thank
thank you to our Shakti family. Thank you to our Facebook family. And we'll see you in the next slide. Thank you, Saniji, for
thank you,
being
Saniji.
with
Thank
us.
you, Geetika,
Yes.
for inviting me.
Yeah. Thank
Thank
you.
you.